Good day, grade 11s. I'll be presenting animal diversity to all of you. It is first important to understand that all multicellular animals have descended from a common ancestor. They display varying levels of complexity. The earliest animals had a simple cellular level of organization, while the more advanced animals developed tissues, then organs, and finally systems, which enabled them to become increasingly more complex. The evolution of animals can be seen in the increasingly complexity of their body parts. There are 6 important features of body plans. The first is symmetry, followed by cephalization, then embryonic tissue layers, the development of a coelom, the number of gut openings, and lastly, blood systems. Symmetry can be defined as the way in which body parts are arranged in the body plan. There are 3 types of symmetry. The first is asymmetry, radial symmetry, and lastly, bilateral symmetry. Asymmetry means that there is no symmetry in the body shape. Radial symmetry means body parts are arranged around a central axis. And animals which display radial symmetry are starfish. Bilateral symmetry means body parts are arranged on either side on a central axis. Cephalization is a characteristic of bilaterally symmetrical organisms. Sense organs are housed in the head region, which places them near the concentration of nerve tissues or the brain. Animals which have cephalization move forward with their heads entering the environment head first. These organisms are able to detect food, danger, and other stimuli and respond quickly. Now, what you need to remember, grade 11, is that an animal's body plan is laid out during its embryological stage. An embryo develops layers of cells called germ layers. These germ layers give rise to specific tissues and organs that make up the body of a fully developed animal. There are 3 living germ layers. You have your ectoderm, your endoderm, and your mesoderm. Primitive animals had only 2 germ layers in their embryos, the ectoderm and the endoderm, and are termed diploblastic. The more advanced animals have only 3 germ layers and thus are triploblastic. The evolution of the 3 embryo allowed an increase in its complexity. Most modern animals groups have organs derived from the mesoderm. Simple animals such as your sponges do not form tissues and organs. They remain at the cellular level of organization. Diploblastic animals are organisms that have cells arranged in 2 layers during embryonic development. The outer layer is called the ectoderm and the inner layer is called the endoderm. Triploblastic animals are organisms that their cells are arranged in 3 layers during embryonic development. You have your ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. A coelom is very important in the development of an organism. This is because the coelom separates the gut from the body wall. This allows the outer parts of the body to move independently from the inner parts of the body. A coelom provides a number of advantages since it allows materials to diffuse rapidly through the fluid in the coelom to the body cells. It also allows organs not to be restricted by a mass of tissue, and organs are able to grow larger and move more freely. Most advanced animals have two body openings. Like humans have an opening for taking in food, the mouth, and a tubular gut and an anus at the pectoral end. This has an advantage of increasing specialization along the digestive system. Different parts are specialized for taking in food, digesting food, absorbing food, and releasing waste. Simpler animals like the hydra have only one body opening. They can take in food through this opening into a sac-like digestive cavity, and wastes are also released through the same body opening. There are certain disadvantages of having a blind gut, such as animals cannot ingest and digest at the same time. There is a mixing of digested and undigested food, and sometimes digested food is also expelled during ingestion. There are significances of a through gut, such as it allows specialization. Mouth digests food, stomach and intestines digest food, intestines absorb the food, and undigested food is digested out of the body. There is also no mixing of digested and undigested food in the body. There are two types of blood systems. You have your open blood system and your closed blood system. The open blood system is whereby blood flows through blood vessels that open into a body cavity called the hemocoel. Whereas in the closed blood system, blood remains in the blood vessels and does not come into direct contact with the cells of the tissue. A closed blood system allows for a faster circulation of blood and allows animals to be more active and increase in size. And those are all the important features of blood plants that you need to remember grade 11s. You have the symmetry, cephalization, the embryonic tissue layers, the development of a coelom, the number of gut openings, and the blood systems. It is important for you to remember all of those features in the body plans of organisms.